Hey, what is up everyone? Discussion Verse here on the road to 500 subscribers, and in today's video I am going to be discussing the really exciting news for the upcoming Resident Evil reboot that was recently announced. This film will be directed and written by none other than Zach Cregger, the brilliant director behind the amazing film Barbarian. With the Resident Evil franchise already having a complex history on the silver screen, fans like myself are eager to see if this new adaptation will actually do justice to one of the most iconic horror video game series of all times. Though before we get into that, this is your friendly reminder to always smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please ensure you subscribe so you never miss a new video. With that out of the way, let's get right into this. First, we gotta talk about Zach Cregger. His work on Barbarian was not only critically acclaimed, but also showcased his incredible ability to blend horror with compelling storytelling. Cregger's unique vision could be just what the Resident Evil franchise needs to breathe new life into its cinematic journey. And it also really helps that Zach Cregger's background is in comedy. As you know, comedy and horror share a lot of similarities, especially in building the tension before the punchline or before the big moment, right? These are very well hand in hand, and we do see a lot of comedians going into the horror franchise and starting to write and direct, a la Jordan Peele. Similar to Peele, Zach Cregger's is becoming a name that is going to be recognized for a long time coming, because he is a comedian that has branched into the horror genre and shown what he can already do with the franchise. So that alone is really exciting to me because it instills confidence in this project, especially since in the past we've seen several attempts to adapt Resident Evil, but many fans, especially myself, felt super disappointed. The previous films definitely strayed way too far from the source material, focusing more on the action rather than the horror and survival aspects that made the game so iconic. It was also interesting to note how the Paul W.S. Anderson films for Resident Evil focused more on characters that were created specifically for the movie rather than the characters that were already established in the various Resident Evil titles by the time we got this movie adaptation. While I admittedly enjoyed some of those movies, overall it was not what it should have been. Same with the reboot that they tried to do with Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. While even though that film did focus on having characters from the video games, I still feel like it was a very big letdown, and I do feel a lot of other fans share that same sentiment because it didn't capture the essence of the franchise itself and the very first video game with Resident Evil. This clearly has led to a disconnect with longtime fans who were hoping for more authentic representation of the franchise's characters, story, and overall atmosphere. What's particularly exciting about this reboot is in recent reports from The Hollywood Reporter, as they offer even more insight in what we can expect from Cregger's reboot. Sources are describing his take on the franchise as a complete revamp that aims to take the series back to its horror roots, emphasizing the terrifying atmosphere and the psychological elements that the games are known for. This is an encouraging sign for fans who have long desired a more faithful adaptation that honors the essence of the original games, which date all the way back to 1996. The other crazy news is that due to the announcement from Zach Cregger's on his reboot for Resident Evil, there is now an intense bidding war that has started for companies like Warner Brothers, Netflix, and there's 2 other companies, so a total of 4 right now, trying to get the rights to put this movie out and get the ball rolling for Zach Cregger's version of Resident Evil. In this, Warner Brothers is definitely trying to keep Zach Cregger's, as Barbarian was truly a successful film, and then his upcoming film called Weapons is testing really well right now, so Warner Brothers is really trying to retain him. This level of interest not only highlights the potential for a high quality production, but also demonstrates the renewed faith in the franchise itself. This suggests that studios are finally ready to treat Resident Evil with the respect it deserves, rather than it all up again. Though it's definitely become clear why fans should be excited for Cregger's involvement with this project, as one of the standout aspects of Barbarian was in his writing. While a twisted story itself, Barbarian was masterfully crafted with a sense of tension and unease from the very beginning. There was a slow burning mystery ongoing and many unexpected twists that kept the viewers on the edge of their seats. Even after Barbarian has finished and the credits are rolling, it's still one of those films that sticks with you and has you constantly thinking about it, especially with all the reveals that were made in that film. And without giving any spoilers, if you know, you know. The camera work itself in Barbarian was also noteworthy. Using close-up and long takes and wide-angle shots, they create a very immersive experience that put us, the viewer, right in the middle of the terror. These techniques will 100% be used in Resident Evil to create that similar sense of unease and claustrophobia, drawing us viewers back into the world of Umbrella and the insane and sinister experiments that they are known to do. With Cregger's strengths in both writing and directing, I definitely feel that he is going to be able to capture the true essence of what made Resident Evil a pioneer in the survival horror genre by relying on those strengths in order to showcase character development, psychological horror, and create that suspense the Resident Evil franchise is known for. Along with that, should this reboot be successful, this will help continue to give production companies faith into adapting more video games, which is better for all of us fans. As we look forward to more updates and details about this project, it's clear that the excitement is building for this reboot, which is really surprising considering that when we hear the word reboot, we instantly have negative thoughts and we don't want it. Considering there's not only a growing fan excitement, but there's also 4 studios involved to get the rights to even just make this film, it's clear that this is something special in the works from Zach Cregger's. So for me and for you, I think you should be looking forward to this. Though for now, that is all the information I have. Please do stay tuned as I continue to follow this project and find any new developments, trailers, or any behind the scenes content that I get my hands on. Before I go here, this is your friendly reminder to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, then of course leave a comment down below. From here, turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace!